You ain't get no superpowers.
I don't know what we're doing right now. Okay, I'm gonna get it together in a minute.
I know, because I'm gonna go get in bed if you don't. Hey! Nick Rose is live.
Really?
Willie. What's up about that, people? You just see my mouth.
It looks horrible.
Well, the problem is that my wife is so little and I'm so tall. So happy when you marry a sexy short person.
Hey, girl. How are you? But like you can share. Oh, God.
There you go.
Welcome once, welcome twice, welcome in the name of Jesus Christ.
Sometimes in your relationship, guys, you have to know when your wife is better at things than you are. And unfortunately, my wife is better at the Facebook.
At the Facebook?
The Twitter, Instagram, all that there.
At the Twitter and the Instagram.
Yeah. I pretty much left my expertise at, what was the first one? MySpace.
You didn't even get on that, honey.
Yeah, I fell off of MySpace. I had 8 friends on MySpace.
Hey, Marquita, Lord Jesus.
By the way, shout out MySpace. We're bringing MySpace back.
No, we're not.
Everybody that's 40 and over, go join MySpace. Friend me.
We not bringing MySpace back.
Yeah, we bring it back, baby.
No, we're not.
MySpace is only for the grown and sissy.
Really?
Yeah, when you say that, you got to do the mouth. Grown and sissy.
And sissy? What exactly is that?
Anybody over 40.
You said over 40? That's the worst, honey. Baby, do better now.
You the one messing with the thing. Why you ain't... Oh, yeah, good job.
Okay, so technical difficulties. Shut up.
My wife is awesome.
Really?
Awesome. She got the tech thing down. Pizzat. Started calling her Patricia.
Really?
You smell me?
Really?
Yes. No.
Come on in the room.
I'm being facetious.
Who?
Facetious. One of them words.
Your tongue ain't working.
Look.
You not been talking about me in my face. I have.
And it's being recorded while I'm talking about you here.
It is.
With your whistle.
I can't whistle. Anybody can whistle? I can't whistle.
You look parched. Hey, look, you gotta do it like this. No brand endorsement.
Really?
We're drinking a undescript H2O.
Undescript?
Yes.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Can't say any names until you get a check.
Why not?
Why? Because they ain't paying me for it.
If they ain't paying you, ain't doing it, huh?
No, sir. Get no free bills off me.
Well,
I'm
all
holding
right.
like this so you can't see.
So, everybody, how's everybody doing this Monday? I'm getting ready to go to the gym when we finish our broadcast. We have made it official. I give myself 30 minutes a day, at least. So, me and my daughters have been going every Monday.
Wait, I get low.
Get back up.
They can't see me if I get up.
Slide your chair back, honey. Oh, my God.
So I'm be back here.
Don't look like that. That really look sorry, like you ain't got no neck.
I got a neck right there.
Hey, Ronnie, Lord Jesus, I don't know what is going on with my husband today. He got some mental issues today. So, for those of you who have been on here,
Why is Cedric saying stuff?
been on here prior to today. We've been covering the top problems that marriages have. And it's been quite interesting. We haven't been able to get... Why are you staring at me like that? We haven't been able to get but like 3 done.
I'm listening intently.
Intently, that's what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Something's wrong with you. You need to check. Babe, stop doing that.
But
anyway, why are you staring like you crazy? Something is definitely wrong with Mr. Thomas. He need a good old check.
secure the bag.
What bag is that, honey?
Talking about Monty.
Monty. Okay. Hey.
Mm-hmm.
What's up? Do we know who Cedric Jr. is?
I don't know that. No.
Really? So anyway, guys, we gonna what's up, Curtis? And what's
Curtis.
up, son?
Christopher.
We got a Christopher. You crazy like our Christopher?
I'm about to say we said that. No, he normally come running.
Right? He ain't come this time. So anyway, we gonna go on get started.
Get into it.
Find the notes from last time. Look, he said I would hope so. I guess so. If your name is Cedric Thomas Jr., I would hope that he would know who you are.
It's gonna be a great evening.
Yes. So we're gonna go back and recap.
Where we at?
I don't know. You have the notes in yours, honey. Was that not it?
Well,
That's
no,
it.
how long
That's
should you-
it.
you're nasty. You ain't doing that on TV. That's private.
What?
You talking about go down? Like that.
Y'all need to come help us pack this weekend. Curse, we doing a home remodel. We still have a whole room that has the ceiling open.
Hey, no, you tell Curtis, all y'all gotta do is saddle up that dog y'all got. that horse.
Saturday. Okay, my son said he was gonna make a guest appearance next week. I don't believe him because when we were doing our series on families, he was supposed to make his appearance and he couldn't make it. So we gonna see, y'all. We gonna hold him to it.
That's right.
Don't cross your fingers, cause he hit or miss. We gonna see. He be at the gym trying to get his sex on. Why are you looking like that? That look really retarded. Cedric, that's your daddy. So anyway,
I'm trying to see if I can see the people.
something is definitely wrong with you. That's not normal, right?
Yeah, take a picture of that.
No. So I what do you want? Go ahead, baby. Every week I do the recap, and you don't even remember how to
That's because
start.
you're so smart.
I'm not smart. Go ahead,
Yes,
baby.
you are. You went to Edgewater. It's awesome. Home of the Eagles, Trojans.
You did not go there. Okay. All right, then. I see how you want to play this.
Hey, what y'all doing with the horse, Curtis? This is about the horse going by. The horse going bye-bye.
What you doing with the horse, Curtis?
Don't sell the horse, man. Anyway, what number were we on? Miss
You
Thomas?
supposed to you recap what we did. and then-
Recap. First problem of marriage is marrying someone named Angela. Don't do that. And then marry someone that's, kind of crazy. Don't do that. And
That's not on this list.
oh, I'm sorry. I was reading the wrong thing. I'm sorry. Forgive me. I digress. The first show we covered lack of intimacy, which was number 1.
These are the top problems
How
marriages
you gonna
have.
tell me to recap if you gonna talk?
I can't stand you. Okay, I'm gonna be quiet.
That's why I let you do it right there. Cause you just be butting in line.
Okay, ain't nobody in no more.
You are a serial line skipper.
When you leave, I'll be talking again.
Lack of intimacy. 2, addictive behaviors, which Angie has. She can't stop interrupting me. 3, deep unresolved issues, which we know my wife has a lot of those.
Kurt said the dog is going to a restaurant. Oh my God, Chinese restaurant.
I'm
not gonna feed into that.
Look, tell me which one. He look like he might be delicious. Anyway, 4, fear of full commitment. 5, no quality time. And 6, cheating. Those are the 6 that we covered the last 2 shows. This is the show number 3.
You didn't tell me nothing was about, huh?
Well, 1, lack of intimacy is not just none of the hunching. It's also not being connected with each other. See that?
Baby, what you doing?
That's not connected. That's the connected. Anyway, not connectivity. What about you, honey? What do you got to say about that?
That sounds real good.
2, addictive behaviors, meaning like women shopping, spending all the rent money, or whatever other vices you may have.
Guys playing video games, things of that nature.
Yeah, your husband don't do that. I don't know about that. Angie always wanted to have the remote control. That's addictive behavior.
That's what that is. Okay.
Yeah. 3, deep unresolved issues, daddy issues, abandonment issues, stuff like that. Not that, my wife don't have none of that. But fearful commitment, which is
fearful commitment.
Fear of full commitment.
Oh, okay.
Which means not going all the way in.
So can you be married and not? You said we can be married and not have full commitment, right?
That is correct.
Okay.
We had lack of full commitment for the first 12 years.
Did you say 12 years?
I was just guessing a time frame.
How you be married and have lack of full commitment for 12 years?
Well, I don't know. It just happened, I guess.
Go, Cedric.
No quality time, which is easy if you have kids and a lot of stuff going on. And then cheating, which is very complex. We're just going to say that there's a lot of things that lead to cheating and a lot of different types of cheaters and all kind of things that go along with that. Don't necessarily want to rehash that because that's another... We'll be talking about that all night tonight again.
Right. So the first one we're doing tonight is what?
No sex in the champagne room.
So how is that a problem in marriage?
Well, my Bible actually calls it witchcraft when the wife is withholding sex.
So just the
trying
wife?
to manipulate the
Wait,
husband
just
to
the wife?
do certain things. You know what I'm saying?
Wait. Just the wife?
I'm just giving one example of what may be going on with the no sex.
Oh, okay. Because I was wondering how it was just the wife.
I didn't say just the wife.
You did, but you said the Bible says it's witchcraft when the wife.
You said give me an example of the no sex, and that's what I said. I didn't say it was only the wife. I'm sure the men could be practicing witchcraft as well by manipulating their wife by withholding sex, but I'm sure that is few, far, and in between.
So do you think men actually withhold sex?
I'm sure there's some out there that do. I don't know of any.
You don't know of any that's ever done that?
I don't know off the top of my head, no.
You've done that before.
Done what?
Withhold sex?
I didn't withhold sex from you. You probably belittled me as a man, didn't want to get my stuff. that don't work. I got feelings too.
Really? Is that your
Yes.
final answer?
Yes.
Is that your final answer?
I'm semi-emotional.
When, Cedric?
All of the time.
Anyway, this message he talking about is foolishness.
So, what do you think then? If I'm wrong,
About what?
no sex. You said men withholding. What other reason would there be for no sex?
Yes, Jay. He's starting already. Well, the no sex a lot of times is a symptom of a problem. If they're like when we talked about one of the problems being lack of intimacy,
Right.
If and I'm gonna speak from women. If women don't feel important, if they don't feel loved, they don't feel appreciated, if they feel like they're by themselves and you're not helping them, then you will get no boom boom, and they'll shut it down.
And if men feel disrespected, marginalized, unimportant, then they will still have sex, but not very well.
There's a lot of emotional men. I don't care what you're talking about.
I said it wasn't.
And so they withhold.
They still gonna get that stuff.
No, not
If given the
necessarily.
opportunity.
No.
You don't think so?
No, they don't, because they be in their feelings.
They gonna say they got a headache.
No, but they just be in their feelings. They just want to fuss. They want to be like, so when you said such and such, they do the most.
So if while he's saying that, if they take their clothes off and get naked, they gonna keep fussing?
I don't know what they going to do as far as...
I'm just asking the question. That's your theory.
But I'm saying, but the same thing... That's crazy, Cedric.
What's crazy?
So I'm saying,
given the same scenario, if a woman is mad, she fussing, and the man take her clothes off, she can be like, "What you doing that for? You put it back on." Now the man is mad and fussing, and the woman take her clothes off. He can be like, "What you doing?" As he approaches her.
I don't know if I necessarily agree with that.
Why you laughing then?
Because you are stupid.
Because that's the truth.
That's just not normal.
Floyd said, "I know y'all don't have that problem with the boom boom."
We have.
And what was the problem with the boom boom?
You.
That was me. What was the problem
You was
with me?
withholding. He wasn't singing William McDowell withholding nothing. He was withholding because he knew I liked it. So he was doing it as a form of punishment to me.
Really?
Were you not?
I don't think so. I don't remember that. Why was I punishing you? What did you do?
That was in a time that you felt disrespected. This was early in our marriage. We didn't like each other too much, but we did have sex.
Even when we didn't like it, we were right. That's what I'm
No,
saying.
so do you remember us having to negotiate about how many times to have sex?
Well, just because you want to have it 10 times a day, that ain't my problem.
Well, I got married, and why? If I got a husband. Why I got to want to have? Why I got to negotiate how many times to have sex?
You too loud.
If I wanted 10 times a day,
That's too much. High nature.
see, now what man gonna tell you that's too much? What man? And this is what my kids say I do with my hand. What man gonna tell you that's too much?
This guy, when you want it 17 times a day.
Well, maybe you better go to the gym and get your energy up.
Well, I see you ain't went nowhere. You still here.
Cause God told me to stay.
Oh, Lord.
The Lord told me.
You just got saved yesterday. Talk about God. That was
The
God.
Lord told me to stay.
That was Hennessy.
Hennessy. You're so stupid.
That yak told you.
Now, anyway.
Yes, anyway. My argument is still that if a man is fussing and he's mad and his wife get butt booted naked and lay on the bed, fussing is going to be over with. Or he might still be fussing while he's stroking. I can't stand you.
Oh, gosh. Cousin says that she just stumbled upon it. She didn't mean to or something.
Who?
My cousin saying, Donna, you see how he acting, Donna?
Oh,
Listen, I know men will still have sex when they're mad, but there are women that will still have sex when they're mad.
No, just you.
Just me? Really?
Yeah, pretty much. And the funny thing is, if you get to a certain level of mad, then no, you're not.
I don't say no, though.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. I just make it uncomfortable.
No, you make yourself unavailable.
So I don't say no.
I'm like, girl,
but
come on. I'm going to church.
He's
I'm going to get some Lord in me. And know you be at the bar. You at
saying
church.
that. Good. You done said yak in the bar. People think who I do.
I don't know what you doing. You say you going to the church.
Oh my gosh.
All I know is you're not home servicing your husband.
So the whole thing is, if you don't take that somewhere.
Hey, put the shavers in the garbage, please.
So the whole thing is, I'm not the only woman that does not say no.
Okay. Sip my water beverage.
So I'm the only woman that when she will have sex when she's mad.
I don't know, honey. I'm just saying. And from what I've seen and the people that I know, you are an anomaly or an outlier.
My sister said she did too. My sister and my cousin said they do.
Okay, well, I don't know nothing about that.
So it's just some genes in my family that's something wrong with them.
Yeah, it could be a Joseph sister thing. I don't know. Yes,
but yes, he said servicing. I didn't really know that's what I was doing. Servicing my husband.
See, Shauna said, what are you saying no to, Shauna?
Am I the only woman? See, am I the only woman that will still have sex when they're mad?
Yeah, but a certain level, man. Once you get, say, if you about a 5, if you get about a 7, that's it.
Okay, if he tell me that I'm stupid and that I should wish I would just die, of course we're not gonna do it.
Okay, really.
Now you just talking about me. I'm going to the bar and all that stupid man.
So I said that I wish you would die. Come on, let's have sex. So maybe who says that?
Same person that time I met at the bar.
Well, you said you're going to church. I take you at your word. I'm just saying. I don't know. I'm not checking. I believe you that you at the house of the
Antoine
Lord.
said hi. Go on to the next one.
What's going
I'm
on?
just saying that. Look, she said even when I'm mad. See, I'm the same way. This is that we ain't got to kiss. Mount up, homie. You do you, I do me, and then we can go on in the night. I'm just saying.
Why you can't cuddle apples?
I don't want to cuddle with
Because you petty. That's why.
Why you don't want to cuddle?
I don't ever want to cuddle. When I'm mad or happy, it's hot.
My husband's not a cuddler. If I'm mad, I'm not in the mood.
There you go.
But that's the average woman. There are some few people that are a little different. That part. See, me and Sean on the same team.
Yeah, but you talking about I don't ever want to cuddle. I don't like cuddling that much.
But why don't you want to cuddle?
It's hot.
Okay, but it's a sacrifice, Cedric. Turn the air conditioner down. What you got air conditioner for? Turn the fan on.
I didn't say I don't ever do it. I said I don't ever like to do it. So but you try to act like I'm not doing it because I'm upset. That's not true.
Yeah, but
I could be so happy and so in love. I still don't want to cuddle. Let's just stare in each other's eyes.
I don't want to stare in your eyes. But where I want to cuddle, I want you to hold me.
No, that ain't what you want to do. I know what you want to do. You want to cuddle. You don't like cuddling either, Negro. Why you acting like that?
I do like cuddling.
Girl, stop.
But when you start cuddling, you go to sleep and you start snoring. And that mess up the cuddling every time.
I'm asleep.
Tim say, I'm not a cuddler. My hands get touchy. But Tim, okay, but listen. You got to be able to love and cuddle without the blast at the end.
Whatever. Like you said, 2 things. When I cuddle, 2 things will happen. A or B. Either we gonna do something or I'm going to sleep. That's just your choice.
But what after we do something? Why you gotta go to sleep? Why you can't just be there with me? Be in the moment,
When
embrace
we
the
cuddle,
moment.
nothing happened, I'm going to sleep. So I'm going to sleep either way.
Y'all help him,
See how that
Jesus.
happens? That mean I'm very consistent.
That's not good, babe.
What's not good? Being consistent is excellent. Know what you're gonna get. It's not like a box of chocolates.
Jesus. All right, go to the next one because y'all tripping.
It's like oatmeal. You know what you're gonna get every time.
Oatmeal.
Yeah, oatmeal. Every time you know what you're gonna get.
Don't use that example, but that was real dumb.
That wasn't dumb. I said it's not like a box of chocolates.
Oatmeal can be different flavors, so you don't
I said you
understand.
just hurt my feelings. You ain't getting no sex tonight. Jay said I gotta cuddle and whisper sweet nothings in her ear.
Right, Jay. He wanna cuddle him like this. And I'm talking about Moochie, why you don't want to cuddle no more?
Jay.
Because you so loud in my
I
ear.
don't believe her. I ain't gotta do none of that. Angie, stay ready.
Lies.
So all the energy is drained.
Right, all the energy drained. I'm
That's
just
not
saying.
true.
Yes, it is. Why you go to sleep so then?
I gotta go to work.
Baby, you just no.
I
In life,
brother, I got a foot to go to work.
I got a foot to go to work. Really?
Uh-oh.
What you doing?
All right, so no sex. A lot of people experience that.
You know, I didn't know there was a such thing as they have deemed it as called a sexless marriage. That
Well,
people.
Oh, excuse me.
Mm-mm.
I think at that point people done checked out and they got their own things going on, or you have resentment toward the other.
But when I read an article on it because I kept seeing about sex as marriage. I thought that was stupid because I thought sex go with marriage.
That's the thing.
But it wasn't both people checked out. Like it may be like the wife may be checked out, the husband may still want it, but the wife is checked out.
Right.
And so they're basically roommates or living together. Hey Tamika, but there are no benefits. Like, then what's the purpose of the marriage? Like, if there's
financial benefits, if you built a life together, you got a house, you got cars, using the other person to help pay your bills because you can't pay them by yourself. I mean, it's a lot of reasons you need them to help take care of each other.
But sex is a part of marriage.
Not a part of everybody's marriage, as you read. Obviously,
you got me on.
That's what I'm saying. It's resentment. It could be a lot of things that lead to the no sex.
Well, if I get a sex in marriage, I'm finna be tearing at the altar forever. Lord, fix it.
You don't remember
I'm gonna lay hands on it.
You remember we were talking to a certain person and they were saying that they wish that sex was not a part of the marriage. You remember that?
I do.
And that's when we first got married.
Yeah, I heard some. You know, it's so funny. When I first got married, I went to a women's retreat or something.
Right.
And I was in the room with a bunch of women, and I think we were getting ready to get married or something. And they're telling me that you're not gonna want to have sex all the time when you have children and this and other. And they were saying that you're not going to have sex. You know, it's not going to be fun anymore. So I'm thinking like, well, what kind of sex y'all husbands having? And so then one lady said, I wish sex wasn't a part of marriage. And so my thought is either your husband is pretty awful or he can't lay it down, because just not wanting to have sex at all ever. Like, I could see being mad at that person
at all,
but just didn't feel like it should be a part of marriage. Like, what is going on in your relationship? What kind of hell, literally, are you going through?
Nah, I can't understand it either. Foolishness is.
I mean, when you young and dating, or young and doing, you sneaking and hunching, but then when you get married, when it's legal and legit, then I don't want it no more. Maybe they just don't want it with him or they're them.
Probably want some strange.
Sometimes they want the excitement of a thrill, or maybe thinking somebody else gonna make it better.
Well, that's the same thing when you talk about having that connection. When you have that connection, that make you want that person. If you don't have a connection, then you ain't studying them. Everything else you see look good. Look like filet mignon.
Filet mignon. You're so dumb. All right, so I think we did enough with the no sex and the sexless marriage, because I don't want it.
Well, no, I think we guessing.
We don't know about sexless marriage?
Not at all.
I don't appreciate you acting like we just do it all the time.
We do it pretty often. I can't keep you off me.
Really?
Yeah. Be wanting, brother. Anywho, going to the next one, sweetheart.
It's you, baby. You tonight.
I'm drinking my water right now. I'm getting my throat hydrated.
Wait, you see him talking about he can't keep me off him. Don't believe the hype.
Like a cheap shirt.
All right, baby, where we at?
Number 8, boredom, which is one of the things that can contribute to the no sex.
So how do you get bored in a marriage?
Get into a status quo, doing the same thing over and over again. Go to work, get off work, pick up the kids, come home, have meatloaf on Mondays, get it on Tuesday, hamburgers on Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, peanut butter and jelly.
Oh, wow.
Get into a routine, and you don't date, you don't go out, you don't do anything new and exciting, you don't try new restaurants, you don't go to Olive Garden every time and get chicken parmesan with the breadsticks.
So people tend to think that routines are good.
Well, some routines are good, but they need some break from routine, some excitement somewhere along the line. Watching paint dry is what your life is like if you're doing the same thing day in, day out.
So how do you keep it spicy? Muy caliente.
You got to be spontaneous, which is a word that my wife liked to throw around the first 7 years.
Because my husband used to like, okay, we're going to have sex on Tuesday and Thursday. I was like, really, dude? And I was like, that is not it.
That was not how it went. You said you wanted to have sex how many times a week, so we put it on.
Why you keep doing that?
On the calendar.
We put it on the calendar because he was reneging on his side.
It was a tentative date is what it was. And
it was not no tentative date.
It was just to remind us that, hey, we need to get those 3 times in a week. It wasn't to be regimented as a strict.
But during that time, it still didn't happen. And DeWanda says, have a date night often. Yes, be spontaneous.
Correct. Well, but because at the time we had 4 kids and we had triplets that were babies, so it was a little more.
No, we had
difficult.
3 kids at the time.
No, but we used to get Cedric every weekend.
That's right.
So we used to have Bianca and Delisa and Portia and all of them too. So we had a house full of children. You talking about changing diapers and feeding and all this here. Talking about having some sex. You better lay down.
You know what?
Tired. Shoot. And then you talking about going somewhere doing something different. We had to take all of the children. It cost a fortune.
Wow.
So yeah, it also depends on what stage in life in your marriage that you're in too, because obviously when you have small kids, it's a little more difficult because you want to have your kids on a schedule where they eat and go to bed at a certain time. So you can't be, doing all kind of craziness.
Look what Shauna said. No, said thank you, honey, because he tripping. And the only reason we had
through that one. If it's on the calendar, it's not then it's scheduled. It's not tentative.
Right, but he just said tentative.
Well, no, I'm saying that in my opinion, it was on the calendar to make sure that we did it 3 times.
Who got a point running? Because I don't think you're talking about Cedric. That was
Yes, I do. It's not it wasn't scheduled to say, okay, we're gonna do it Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Yes, it was.
It was not. Not in my opinion. I didn't have that understanding.
But we didn't do it all the time. I still had to fuss with you about it.
Yeah, but I just told you why.
Why?
Because unlike you, super mother, I wasn't a super dad. After we did all that with children, I was tired.
But you weren't doing that stuff with the kids.
I did do stuff with the kids.
That was my complaint, that I was doing the stuff with the kids myself.
You weren't. Who taught Cedric. The kids to use a potty? It was me. I did that.
Cedric?
Brush their teeth. I did that.
Cedric?
Me.
We're not talking about one little era in our life.
One little potty training was huge.
But I'm saying I did the stuff with the kids, and that was the cooking, the bathing, the whole 9. And when I got finished,
I helped you with that stuff. I just bathe children all the time. They'd be in there splashing water and everything else. You used to come and get me because I was more regimented than you. Let them kids be kids. Just go. I'll do it. So that's why you get up doing it most of the time. That's not true. You remember that? I know a long time ago, but
it's not far from the truth, because you can be
okay. Then so if you don't like the way I'm doing it and you dismiss me, does not mean you don't have help.
I did it myself.
There you go.
So how can he claim that he was tired when he was not the one doing the work?
Look at this. Me watching you made me tired because you just
working
hard.
That's real dumb. Don't you say that no more. Don't you say that no more.
You were working so hard. I appreciated you so much. I just, it made me tired. It's like, she's such a hard worker. I'm going to lay down for her.
Now, I do believe you should schedule a date. Like, if you have you should pick a date. Like, if a Friday night is your date, bring him back Wakanda. Well, kinda.
Yeah.
So, if schedule a date for a Friday, or a certain night that's good for y'all, I think you should definitely have a date night. But I think...
Yeah, we did have that eventually.
And this is... We don't have it anymore.
We don't have what anymore?
Date nights.
We do have date nights.
What date nights? What nights are date night?
Whenever we get a chance.
That's not scheduled date night.
I didn't say it was scheduled. We still have
it. Really? Whenever we get a chance?
Yeah.
What if we don't get a chance?
Then we have date night in the room.
That's not a date night. Oh my God.
That's why we didn't have date night in the room when the kids were little?
He's failing. The kids aren't little. They can stay home by themselves. They're adults. The children are adults.
That don't mean they stay home by themselves. They might have a party or something.
Okay. Can we go back? Can we get back, please?
Go ahead.
So, you definitely need to schedule your date night we have to get back to that. We've been doing better lately, but we were so busy with the kids graduating and things that we did get a little sidetracked.
No, they grown.
But I say that you should definitely, when you're doing that part of it, you need to try to do something spontaneous. Like I would say, date night in the room.
Yeah.
No, Vaughn, don't. No, date night. That is definitely what a woman does not want, is a date night in the room.
That's what we did when they were little.
Cedric, you keep saying when they're little. They're 18.
I'm saying it worked. We still together.
That's because we had to do. We did what we had to do.
Exactly. Now you just said we don't get around to it, then you have to do what you have to do.
We don't have a reason why we can't go on a date now. We don't have one reason.
Mm-hmm.
You should date your wife, which means to me flowers, dinner. I think he gave me flowers. How many times you gave me flowers? Once?
No, it's more than that.
Twice? It wasn't more than twice.
I don't know. You don't like flowers.
I know, but I'm just saying.
So
you can give me flowers. Date night
Why?
out. Right, Shauna, date night out of the house.
But I'm saying, why should I give her flowers? She don't like them.
Well, I'm not necessarily just flowers, but like things that I do like. I like the edible arrangements.
Nah.
Like the just because moment. Look, people be at a job, somebody says something to them, I be like, such and such husband sent her some edible arrangement.
You want edible arrangement, you gotta tighten up.
What?
You ain't do no edible arrangement. That's birthday kind of stuff.
Really, Cedric?
The edible arrangement spills to the mug.
Yeah, right. You can finish the date night in the room, but what I was gonna say on a serious note was, I think it's good for everybody to take turns planning a date night. Like, you surprise her on a date, and she surprised you on a date. Because one of the things that women say consistently, they feel like they always have to plan the date. Like I say, where we're going and what we're going to do. And, surprise me sometime.
But it will be, but you don't like certain stuff. Like, you're not adventurous.
But you don't know by now. I mean, like...
I do know.
But even if you know I don't like certain stuff, like
I don't know.
Now after 20 years you don't know
Stuff we never done, honey. Like,
well, try something new.
Let's zip line.
Okay, are you gonna zip line?
No, are you gonna do it? You get there, I don't want to do it, Mama. You get up there and don't want to do it. You try me.
I'm just saying. But even if it's something, even if it wasn't, okay, just say if you're a person that will not do anything new, right? Mm-hmm. Do something they like, but you plan it.
Yeah, baby, but the whole thing we're talking about is boredom. If you like one or two things and you're doing the same thing all the time, then how do you, give me advice, I'm playing devil's advocate here, how do you get around the boredom? If I know she like two things and we alternate between those two things, then how do I get around the boredom? Because I don't want to do those two things every time we go on a date.
And that's true. And I have opened myself up to other things, but I think we were limited to what we could do financially with the children. I don't want to skydive. I don't want to die, but I'll go with you and watch you die.
You That's cold. That's cold blood.
I mean, I'm not going to kill your dreams, but I'm not going to take part in
God, dog.
That's not what I would do.
All right. How with the camera? I keep getting my finger in the camera. Here goes some comments.
All right. They said finish the date night in the bedroom.
Oh, it's the sentiment said, Earl.
Correct. Baby finger still in the camera.
I know, I'm sorry. Kara says, very knowledgeable, and I love you guys' union, which I know every marriage is different. Every marriage is
every marriage is totally different.
Fran says, y'all are so real, love it.
Laugh
out loud. Yeah, airborne baby.
You let him be airborne. I'm not gonna be airborne, Earl. That's not my thing.
But I'm saying, if like you said, you plan something, do something different. I'm not sure what you will and won't do. And then, like you said, if you waste your money to go do something, and you're like, no, I ain't doing that. Then it's a whole nother issue because I'm gonna be hot.
But listen,
you know what I mean.
So if you know you got somebody that you're not sure as to how extreme, go baby steps. Don't go from nothing to skydiving.
You talking real loud. You must feel some kind of way. This supposed to be hypotheticals for the people. We talking to the peoples out there in Black Love.
I want my husband to plan a date and see if I'll do it.
We talking to the Black Love fan. No, because if I pay my money, you gonna do it.
Listen, you gotta jump out there literally. I ain't jump out no plane.
Bungee
I don't
jump.
even like airplanes, period.
What? Bungee jump.
Bungee jump.
What
Nah.
about the videos you show me all the time? In the little thing, the slingshot.
Oh, Lord. I ain't got to worry about you buying that anyway because you said it's too much money.
That's true.
So I'm not worried.
Listen, we going to just not get the video.
I want to see you pass out.
Nah, you know I ain't gonna pass out. I might be on there crying for my mama, but I ain't gonna pass out. Mama. Stop this thing. I want to come down.
Really?
And get all the ride. Stop fighting the man at the You know I'm supposed to get on this.
So are we gonna spice it up, honey?
Oh yeah.
Do some dates, do some
Yeah. Well, you know, right now we kind of trying to make sure the kids situated.
Yeah, we gotta get out the college.
So once they do what they need to do, then we gonna turn up. We gonna get lit. Dab on them.
Okay, go to the next
I
one.
think we should ought to be doing that anyway.
What? Dabbing?
Yeah, don't do that no more. Don't do that no more. I ain't gonna do that no more either. Okay. Make a pact.
No, I'm not gonna make that
No more
pact.
dabbing.
I'm cool.
Oh God! Just because you said that means you
I'm
ain't
cool.
cool.
I'm cool.
You too old. I think the dab age limit is 35.
Well, I made it.
Okay. You been out of school 35 years. Anyway, we still on board. On boredom.
We're done with boredom. Like, I'm done with you.
Hey, I
She
spiced
said,
it up.
how long is that going to take?
What?
How long what going to take, Shauna? Two-step, right. He probably going to say I'm too old for two-step. But this girl could dance.
No.
At my kid's graduation party, I was all the way live,
Oh
baby.
God, she was embarrassing them children in front of their friends.
Hey, they friends said, your mama got it going.
Look, they'll say, "Woman up and get your ab." That's right, cowboy up.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I don't care. I don't succumb to peer
Listen,
pressure at all.
Earl, I ain't doing it either. I'm just talking trash. I'm scary. I don't like heights.
He wouldn't even ride roller coaster.
Oh, to get the kids straight, well, they be going to school in August.
August, yes.
yeah.
We have triplets and they're
another
going
month.
different directions. So 1 week, one going somewhere, and the next week, two other going somewhere. So
Yeah.
So
So check back in with us now in the August, September, and see what's happening.
September, he better have his life all the way right.
There you go. We gonna do some what you call it? I can't even think of the name of it right now. I got it in my mind though.
Okay, they can't read your mind.
We're gonna do some cliff diving with no ropes.
You go first.
And we're gonna do some mountain climbing.
He said cliff diving with no ropes. He's gonna go
We're
first.
gonna climb up the cliff with no ropes, and then we're gonna dive into the water. So you had a little pouch with the powder, and you just use your hands, and you get the special little shoes. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I'm not taking part in that foolishness he's talking about. Come on here, baby. We got one more.
All right. So next one is emotionally isolated. Now, this one I think is a result of something else. You don't just get emotionally isolated.
But the funny thing is, most of these that we're saying are a result of something else.
Right.
Oh, okay. So today we did. Okay, so last week we did cheating, no sex, and boredom was today. But those all come as results of lack of intimacy, deep unresolved issues, and fear of commitment, no quality time.
Full commitment. You have some type of commitment if you got married. It might have been this much.
But do you really?
Yeah, you have to have some type of commitment to get married, because a lot of people have been living together for 30 years and they still ain't got married. A lot.
But they consider that commitment.
Because you live together?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Like they
okay.
committed to moving in with each other. So they
So
feel
that's
like
the thing now, moving in?
for these young kids, they don't believe in the sanctity of marriage.
Let's move in together.
But you're joking. But that's what these young kids think, that they don't need to. I don't need to marry you.
Well, I'm saying, what if, like, you move in, your name not even on the lease? So, like, you can leave without no responsibility or nothing.
But they're thinking that if I move my stuff in, that there's a level of commitment.
So wherever the stuff go is the commitment level.
I guess.
That's interesting.
I mean, but if you listen to this new generation, they feel like you can just, I don't know how to describe it. It's really crazy. Like I'm living together, so that's all we need to do.
That's correct. I didn't think about that. Earl says, unfortunately, a lot of people have made marriage a business. And that's true, too. We haven't covered that, but a lot of people get married for a service that is being rendered for financial gain or whatever the case may be.
For image, for your job, like if it looks good. Right. Like, for instance.
For babysitting.
What? Who get married for babysitting?
Like if you're a single father and you meet a young lady that you don't necessarily love so much, but she's good with the kids and she taking care of the kids, then
bro, you married become a babysitter? That's how you get on Snapped or ID channel. That's how you get murdered.
I'm just telling you, it happens. And vice versa. A woman got a son, want a son to have a daddy, a male role model. Got a good job. She might not necessarily be feeling him so much. And she might be at the job cheating with somebody else, but hey.
Got me a babysitter.
Timmy got a daddy.
Wow.
Get Timmy a daddy.
I don't know how I feel about that.
That's the truth. People get married for all kind of crazy reasons.
Well, I really hope that you ain't married for a babysitter.
Some people get married because they link back up with somebody they dated in high school and they want them the whole time.
Shauna said no, said.
I'm telling you, it's the truth. You say that's amazing, but it happens. Trust me. I know some people personally that were like, hey, she good with the kids. You know, I ain't all that into it, but she got a job. She take care of the house. She good with the kids. So, you know, I'm going to keep her around.
That's wild.
What I'm supposed to say? No, dog, don't marry for that. No, you do what works for you, I guess.
That's wild to me. I'm just gonna say
people get married for all kinds of reasons,
and that's true. That's true. But if you don't get married for the right reasons, it won't last that long.
That's not necessarily true.
I'm not talking about you. People could only put up a facade for so long.
No, but this is the thing. If you have an understanding with another person and they accept that understanding, then everything gravy. Because it's people that's in marriages that know they didn't marry for love. They married for whatever the reason is, and they understand that. As long as you understand why you're in it and you're getting what you expected, then it can last. Doesn't mean it have to be love. Because if it was based on love, then we wouldn't be able to do anything. Because how many people work at a job that they don't like? They're not going to quit because they don't like their job or they're not in love with it. They working there because they got to pay bills. They got to take care of their family. It's the same thing with marriage. You want to live in that house in the suburbs. You want your kids to go to a certain school. You want to drive a certain kind of car. Then you better stay married to whatever the cat name is because that he got a job that can facilitate their lifestyle.
Wow. Well, what happens when
That's real. As they say, it just got real.
What was the
emotionally isolated was the thing.
So, okay, you're talking about for arrangements,
right?
But what to you? What does emotionally isolated look like?
Those what I just said, because they're married, but they didn't marry because they loved each other. They married for whatever the reason is. So their emotions are not in it.
So the only person that's emotionally isolated, they married for the wrong reason?
No. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying those are examples of it.
Because when I think of emotionally isolated, I'm thinking about it could be somebody that, speaking from a woman, that if the husband has belittled her or cheated on her, mistreated her.
It's a lot of ways.
And I'm saying, so she's in the marriage, but she has put herself in this shell almost so that she won't be hurt anymore. Right. And so,
or from the men's perspective, you have a wife that's disrespectful and talk to you any kind of way.
How many times you gonna say disrespect with this broadcast? You done said disrespect for 20 times in this broadcast.
That's important to men. And your wives, you're out there talking to your husband any type of way, he could be emotionally isolated.
Men are the worst when they're emotionally isolated. They say women are, but I think men. First of all, it's hard to get men to talk But then when you get them, when they shut down, it is hard to get them to open back up.
Correct. So that's what it's a lot of ways to get to being emotionally isolated. I was just saying that what the examples that I said were true of that. Because if you have an arrangement, then obviously your emotions are not in it. You're not in it for love.
Well, okay then. So, just a little side note on how to make sure that you don't get emotionally isolated. My first thing is to make sure that you spend quality time together talking,
Right.
not even the activity. Because like if you go to the movies, you can't really talk and connect in a movie because the movie's playing. Like, what's your dreams, your goals, your fears, your thoughts at when you first get married is not going to be your same thing when you get 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road, even 20 years down the road. So you have to be able to talk. So if they feel like they can talk to you, they don't isolate emotionally a lot of times because I can share with you what's going on, what I'm feeling,
Right.
and keep it going.
Well, you have to stay connected. So go ahead.
Jay says, how do you keep men from being emotionally isolated? Sometimes they will shut down quick.
Well, I would say in any relationship, any person has words or buzzwords that they don't like that shuts them down. So you have to be careful of those. You have to know what they are, number one. Then you have to know how and when to communicate with your husband, not just husband, but any spouse, because there are certain ways that, like, some men don't like to be yelled at or call certain things or how it goes, but those are things that you get from communicating and knowing each other and having that connection. And also, trust is a big thing because men will shut down if they don't trust that if they tell you certain things that they're going to be safe or it's going to be handled with care if they give you their heart.
That's one of the biggest things I learned is that when, like for Cedric and I, when he felt like he could trust me, he started to tell me a lot of stuff that I'm thinking like, why he just start telling me this stuff now? Because it had been years. But in the beginning, he didn't feel like that when we got upset that I wouldn't blab whatever information was. Or I wouldn't tell it or wouldn't use it against him. Because just like women have stuff that happened to them growing up and emotional trauma, men have that stuff too. But they're not used to saying, man, somebody made me feel a certain kind of way.
Right.
They ain't going to tell you that because that's not their normal.
And that's not how I said it because men don't normally say that, but we do share things.
I'm saying, like, I'm not saying you said that.
You got to think I'm soft. You know, I felt like when I was a child.
Oh, my God. Oh, God. How do you come out of emotional isolation or get the other person to come out? Well,
you do what you're supposed to do, regardless of if the other person is reciprocating.
So I want to say what he said, but also I would say if you are the person that wants the other person to come out of isolation, then when they tell you something, don't overreact. The overreaction gets to shut down all the time.
And they won't tell you anything else.
And they won't, and so then you like, they won't tell me nothing. It's so simple because you overreacted. Why'd you do that? Oh my God.
Well, not that. Also, you know, you ask for it sometimes. Well, tell me the truth about whatever. And then when they tell you,
am I a good wife? And
right.
Do I fulfill all your needs?
You
and
go
it's
crazy
like,
and won't have sex with them for 2 months.
Right. That's the overreaction.
Right.
I'm mad because what you said. So then
instead of taking it as constructive criticism.
So that is where
this thing here is messing me up when it do stuff.
Come on, right. All right, so you got one right here.
You got to click more. I don't know what else to say.
All right, but if it's an arrangement, I don't think there is isolation. It's an agreement by both parties, and it changed when agreement is gone when arrangement is gone, and true love kick in. The entire deal is now different. Now, I didn't think about that part of it, I don't know if this is where she's going, but sometimes you come in with the understanding, like for instance, I'm going to use you. You know, I always use you and I. Like, I know that you weren't a touchy-feely type person. I know that you're not a whole hands type person. But then when we got married, somewhere in my mind, I felt like that was going to just change. And we had a dilemma of, you knew this when we got married. And I'm thinking like, it will just get better. You know what I'm saying? So if I come into the marriage with
false expectations.
Well, if I, in my mind, thinking that this is what we're going to do.
That's false expectations.
You and your... I'm gonna put this on you, yeah. Okay? Because I don't know what you got going on.
Thank you so much.
Wait. So, but what happens when... Because some people get married in the wrong... They can be in love and still get married in the wrong pretense, like what I think marriage is going to be like.
Right. Or they could love each other and get married at the wrong time.
Oh my God, timing is
so
important.
As well, right.
You can have the right person, hey Peaches, the right person, the wrong time.
Cool. Earl say that male pride stops us from opening up a lot of times. I think pride is trust. Same thing. Because you can't open up if you don't trust somebody.
But I think pride and trust are different.
Right.
You said they're the same thing, but I think they're different.
Well,
because
in that instance, because you're talking about opening up.
But I'm saying, pride will not allow me to tell you that as a child, I was molested. As a child, I was put in foster care. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a child, I was beat up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it seems that stuff you hear usually with women. So when it's something that comes that is affecting a man, we just don't... People just put a bad stick. Like if you say a man was raped, you know, you'd be like, there's a negative connotation with it. Then as a woman was raped, it's bad, but you just think like that's what happened. Well, when you hear a man is molested or a man is raped, you like, what?
Well, yeah, it depends. Like if you get raped by your babysitter, you might like it.
But I'm saying, man, no, seriously. It's still rape. It's young boys that were messed up. They got molested by their babysitter, and they were messed up by that.
That's true.
So I'm saying it doesn't have the same. Why is it that what you call it?
Same what?
If it happened, okay, double. What's the word you like to say all the time?
Double standard. It's not a double standard. It's just that the men don't like to talk about certain things because society doesn't encourage it. For women, they're like, yeah, talk about it. Get it out. Get your feelings out. Tell us how you feel.
All right, what's Jay saying?
Some people marry for the wedding. When the wedding is over, they are clueless. Hit Seymour, I missed it. Too much emphasis in the wedding and not the living and working on the marriage after.
See, now this is the thing. I don't think majority of the premarital counseling is not thorough. Cedric and I do premarital counseling, and the average set of premarital counseling sessions are 4 to 6. 4. They're 4. That's what the state requires 4. But
I thought it was 3.
The state requires 4. But they don't hit half the stuff. Premarital counseling is 4 sessions is not enough for a lifetime. Because you need to... We just listen. Like we got subjects we have to hit. But when we hear people talk, we like, okay, so back up. What did you say about such and such? You know, you said, because see, the stuff that we listen to and listen for as people that know a little bit about marriage is not the same thing you do when you're in love. When you're in love, you miss all the flags and the keywords and the trigger points that you saying that she don't never cook now, but when we get married, she cooking every day, and you hear her talking, she be like, I ain't about that cooking life.
Well, but I think like she was saying about the wedding, it's not just the wedding. People watch TV and they watch movies, and they have this thing about what marriage is. So after they get married and have this grand ceremony, they think it's all ponies and rainbows.
You said ponies. Earl is right, not trust. It's sometimes upbringing, parenting, and sad but true, it's where you're from.
That all plays a part in it.
But Now, let me tell you this. Oh, small town, sometimes small thinking. But let me just throw this out there. Tedra, you keep doing the most. Baby, don't do it. Your finger's too big. Jesus. You big fingered.
Sorry.
So, we as women and men teach our boys that boys don't cry. Boys don't talk like girls. Like girls talk a lot. Boys don't talk a lot. Boys don't do all this stuff. So on one regard, we want to instill the man side of them, but we don't realize that some of what we're instilling messes them up for when they get married, because now you want me to talk about my emotions and tell you how I feel. Well, I had a lifetime of them telling me men don't do that.
Right.
So it's like
Well, just holding it in and dealing with it.
Right. Like you just make the other person happy.
You missed 2 up there. Right there.
Okay, just said, I'm totally like that.
Like what?
I don't know, baby. We took too long to get to it.
I'm
totally like that. J. Nicole says, true. Lavar says, do you think couples put too much trust in their partner instead of belief, and that's why they get let down or hurt? Trust God and believe in man. If I'm reading this right, I don't think so. No. Because when I married Cedric, God should have led me that I should know this is my husband, and he should know this is his wife. So I'm as the head of household, I'm supposed to trust him. He's supposed to be my protector, my provider. Now God is first, and then your spouse. However, I think too many actually do the opposite. They don't trust their spouse, right. So they do too much, keeping something tucked to the side, whether it's money, emotions, feelings, love. Right. I ain't gonna give you all. Right. So that's when we talk about the commitment. It was full commitment.
Full commitment.
We don't have full commitment, because if I give you everything, you can hurt me. If I don't put myself in a place to be vulnerable,
right. You can't take your marriage to the next level without being vulnerable, without exposing everything. If you holding something to the side, your marriage will never go to the next level.
And that's what people do. Right. Because I don't want to hurt, or what if this person leave me and take out my money? Like, people don't want to put their people's name on the bank account, so they don't want to tell them how much they make, because what if they use that against me? But that is a part of marriage, being vulnerable. Right. Truth be told, it's part of being a Christian. You don't get to be a Christian and have walls up.
Well, no, what that does also is it speaks to the selection process. Did you do the proper vetting before you got to the marriage part? And that's the whole purpose of dating, is to find out the character of the person, and the what do you talk to the kids about all the time when no one's looking?
Character.
Like, are you going to do the right thing? And you see these things, when you're dating. Like, do the man that gets stuff come by the house and they buying all these hot goods and stuff like that. That not likely to change once you get married.
Right. Well, just the only problem I see is in that is true, Angie. We as mothers, women need to do better with our men, although they grow up and have mind of their own. They will be 19 years tomorrow for Gerald and myself, and it took work, God. Right, but I know they grow up and have a mind of their own. But if you instill in your children, it's okay for them to your boys, to say what they feel and to talk. Now, I do say, okay, that might be too much. Like, you can't. I try to show them the difference between a man and a woman as far as talking, but I do want them to express their feelings. But
I think the most important thing too, I think we're getting a little too lost in, logistics. The kids mostly see by example. They look at the relationships around them and they model themselves after that. So if you're doing the best you can, you guys are committed, and you're working on your marriage, the kids will see that, and they will have healthy marriages because of that. So it's not necessarily you got to beat them down, tell them, hey, do this, do that, do this, do that. they look and see what kind of relationship you have, because you might be saying one thing and doing the opposite. They looking at what you're doing. They listen to what you say some too, but what are you doing? Are you loving your wife, respecting your wife? Are you cheating on your wife? Somebody, hey, this your auntie, this your cousin, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, kids ain't dumb, especially nowadays. They know a lot of stuff.
My doggone children so nosy. I see somebody, who is that, mama? Where you know him from? Wait a minute.
Right.
Don't be checking for me.
That's my dog. Who your mama talking to when y'all was out? What he look like?
You know what?
Yeah, show me on Facebook.
All of really.
This him?
I'm just saying, that's too much. But it is very difficult for both sides, once somebody has truly shut down, to get them to open up. And the best way to do that is to, first of all, apologize for your overreaction, because it's not just overreaction. If Cedric tells me something, I belittle it or make it like it's not, make it like it's not important.
Right.
Then,
or bring it up later in an argument.
But because I can't say how important it is for him, because there's things that Cedric thinks is very important that I think is stupid. But when he talks to me, I don't tell him that's stupid. And I won't tell him which things those are. So when he tells me, I'll act like they're wonderful. Same thing for me. I'm telling him something. He was like, but my husband's not very good at how. He was like, oh, great, honey. I was like, sir, that's so fake. But
listen, long as been married, I'm going to keep telling her, too. You going to listen.
So, anyway, that is the main thing. We are trying to talk about some things that, this is actually part 3. We only had like 15 things, but we cannot get through because we don't want to drive by, in the words of my brother-in-law, anything that could help your marriage be sustained.
Right. And also, I'm sorry, we got so involved in the conversation, we didn't ask you to share the video.
So share it to if you don't mind,
right,
on the left-hand side, share this to your page so other people can watch, join.
Subscribe to our
YouTube channel, Black Love United. We greatly appreciate.
We have other videos on there.
Yes.
If you have questions or topics that you would like to hear, please inbox us to us, or however you DM or whatever they do. What is this, Facebook? What's this?
Inbox, and it's fine.
Yes, inbox us.
Also, we'd like to thank you for your patience throughout. Like I said, we're doing a home remodel. So, husband working at night and remodeling during the day. So, we are
trying to get it right.
We are on our way, but it's going to be a minute. So, we just didn't want to not come on because the situation or the environment was conducive, because we believe that God has something for us to do and that we could help others, and what we've learned.
And just like you missed us, we miss you guys.
You'll tell me you miss me?
Baby, you always here. Go somewhere, I tell you.
You really?
That was really loud.
When I go somewhere, you don't tell me you miss me.
You ain't been nowhere. Where you been?
I went to New York for a week.
That was like 2 years ago.
Baby, that was last summer.
That's a year ago, honey.
You said 2 years ago.
That's a year ago. So, go to New York again for a week. I tell you, I miss you every day. And I give you phone snuggles. Snuggle you. Kisses on the phone. See how much I've grown in a year, honey?
My husband's a duty head. You know what? So, Tedra says that is
Angie
true.
Winfrey.
Angie Winfrey and Ced Stedman.
Oh,
you know what, Earl? Get your life together. Tedra said, a great subject tonight. Blessings to you.
Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you for tuning in. Like I said, we if you get a chance, go back and watch the other ones. They were really, 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 really good. There's one about communication.
That first video, it was
the
fire.
First video was great. Cedric was dropping mad fire, y'all. I don't like to give him credit like that, but he was saying some good stuff. I thought that
I would put a flame emoji on there, but I don't know how to do it. Sorry. Flames.
So all I'm saying is, do your work before you get married. If you're engaged, if you are married, invest in your marriage. Cedric and I went to marriage counseling.
It's never too late.
For like 2 years. We went every week. because we had problems in the beginning, and then once we got past when we was in the ICU, then we were able to just do, like, you go to the doctors for your wellness checks. We went for our wellness checks, but we continue to do it.
This is a graph of our marriage. We got married. You can't see it. It's way down off the table, and then we came up.
Peaches, how you missing the lives? You better go do something.
Then it was here, and then it went.
She said, "Man, say that." Listen, I'm telling you, people.
Thank you, Peaches. I appreciate you.
Oh, you know what, Peaches? Don't do that to him.
Fire flame. I couldn't find it. I don't know what to do.
So this is the thing. I hear people one day somebody said, "Miss Angie, you don't know," which first of all, I don't know how I can be Miss Angie. I guess I'm old.
Yes.
Don't give me that. They was like, "You wouldn't understand. Y'all and you and Mr. Ced have a good relationship."
There you go, Peaches.
Peaches, me and you about to break up.
Yes.
Do not give him no fire emojis.
Screenshot this. I need it.
No.
I'm gonna need to use them later.
No.
I'm finna watch a YouTube video how to make them. See.
So anyway, people. I mean, we've told our story a million times, and I actually think we're going to have to go back and recap because we have so many different people that are on here now to tell our journey, because people look at us now don't know that we didn't like each other for the first 5 years. Like 5 years, literally.
Yeah,
like
probably about 7 or 8, 9.
You keep adding numbers. 5 was
a
enough.
long time.
It was
Seemed
bad.
like a long time.
It was bad, and we were roommates,
It was
and
really, really bad.
we didn't want to come home to each other. It was really bad
It
for a
was
long time.
terraformable.
Wait, what?
Terraformable. Terrible, horrible, and awful all together in one. Terraformable. I heard that word.
Terraformable.
Terrible, awful, horrible.
So anyway, join us next week. I'll be doing some different lives. I'm actually going to be speaking at a women's conference that I think I put it on our page already. Guys, if you're in the Orlando area, come holler and see. But
and I'm gonna be in the room speaking while you speaking there.
All right, do a quick prayer. I can't talk it all night, even though you prayed I prayed last week. I'm gonna pray again because I know you don't want to pray because you retarded.
You need to practice your words.
I know, all right. That's because I'm hungry. My husband ain't feed me.
Whatever.
He ate food and then feed me.
There you go.
All right.
That's my food.
What?
You can have it.
Look, thank you.
Let me warm it up for you.
No.
Hey, y'all.
This white woman a broken house.
And you let me?
I didn't let you. I'm
Don't
gonna
do
call the
no baby like
police.
that. All right. Dear Lord, we thank you for this night. We thank you, Lord, for every couple, single person, whoever is on this broadcast. Lord, you knew who was going to watch it. You knew who's going to watch it. And we thank you right now for blessing their marriage, their engagement, for helping them to become whole, completely whole in their singleness, whatever state they're in, Lord. I thank you, Lord, for your blessing.